And my name is Chris, Sales Manager for Sound and Vision in Bolton. You're looking at today the Yamaha RXV3067. The amplifier itself is 7 times 140 watts, but it has got the option of being upgraded to 11 channel as well. It's got the decoders built into the amplifier for a 11 channel technology. You would need a 4 channel power amplifier to drive the additional channels, but when we spin the amplifier around we'll look at the additional sockets on the back to do that in just a moment. The amplifier itself is full 3D ready. All the sockets are fully wired for version 1.4. There are 7 HDMI inputs on the back of the amplifier and 2 HDMI outputs. So if you want to run this amplifier through 2 sources, you may want to run it through your TV and then also through a projector. You've got 2 HDMIs to do that, which yet again we'll have a look at in just a moment. The amplifier can also do several different zones. So as well as your main zone for watching your home theatre on, you can wire up other zones within the property as well. So you can have music playing in one room, someone listening to movies, say, in another room. The amplifier comes with 2 remote controls. You have a zone remote, which is a little remote here, so someone can control the volume and other aspects of the amplifier through the zone remote. And you also get your main remote control, which is this one as well, which is a little bit more extensive. The amplifier as well has got sockets just to the front, just underneath the flap here. You've got additional HDMI input on the front here. You've also got things like optical inputs, composite video for easy connection of any games console. You've also got a USB on here as well. It's a full network amplifier. You've got Ethernet connection on the rear of the amplifier, so you can get worldwide internet radio through the amp. And you've also got the facility to connect your iPod up to the amplifier as well. There is an iPod dock on the back, so you can buy an additional unit, an iPod dock from Yamaha, if you wish to connect your iPod to it also. The amplifier is very easy to set up. The amplifier itself comes with a microphone. The microphone itself just looks like this here, and it plugs into the front of the amplifier. When you plug it into the amp, it comes up and says mic on. You position the microphone roughly where you are sat in the room, and it will balance all the speakers up for size and position and large or small speakers that you may be using on the amplifier itself. To do that, you would just press on the remote control. You've got a button just here which says enter, and as you see on the front of the amplifier it says press enter to start. You press enter and then it will start going through various different options through that menu for you. So 1 second, I'm just getting in front of the amp here. There we go, it tells you it's going to start, and there's a little countdown there. At the moment, there's no speakers connected to the amplifier, so it won't do a full setup. It'll actually come up with an error because it can't pick up on any feedback from the speakers. And it should kick up error in just a moment, I would imagine. And as soon as it's not picking up any signal, there we go, it reads error. But as long as you've got your speakers connected up to this, it will do a full acoustic room setup for you, for setting up the speakers for large or small, distance and for levels. What we'll do now, we'll spin the amplifier around and we'll have a look at some of the sockets on the rear of the amplifier. So let's take a brief run through on the sockets on the back of the amp and your speaker terminals. As you can see, you've got a bank of speaker terminals on here. You've got your main speakers, which are the front speakers right and left, your centre channel and your surround speakers here. But you've also got additional what they call presence speakers, which is this bank here. That particular one there is rear presence, and you've got front presence as well. So if you want these to run as a full 11.2 system, because you've also got 2 subwoofer outs, which are just here for rear and front subwoofer, you would need an additional power amp to drive these additional speakers. You need a 4-channel power amplifier to do that. You can run this amplifier for the different zones. We were referring before, if you want different rooms running different materials such as music while someone's listening to, say the home theatre or something else in another room, it can use some of the amplification in the amp to run the different zones for you. But if you want to run it as a full 11.2 amplifier, you would need a 4-channel power amp to do that. So if you are wiring this up just as, say, 7 channels, you can do so from the amplification that's built into the amplifier. You've also got your HDMI inputs running along the top here, so you've got AV1 through to 7 on your HDMI input, so you could plug, say, your Blu-ray DVD into here, your Sky box, if it's Sky HD, into here, or your Virgin HD box, and then you've got 2 HDMI outs on here as well, so you just feed one of these to your TV, or if you want to feed both out to a TV or a projector, you can do so as well. So just HDMI in and then HDMI out to your TV. For the majority of cases, you know, those are the main video inputs that you are going to be using. But you've also got a bank of component inputs here as well, the red, green, blue connections. Some game consoles use those. You've also got composite video, S-video inputs here, and an array of auxiliary inputs for the audio, for ins and outs for the audio side there. And you've also got, coming down, optical inputs as well as some coaxial. You've got 4 opticals there and 3 coaxial inputs as well. But as I said, very straightforward to wire up. For the majority of people, you would just be using, say, 2 or 3 HD sources from games consoles, Blu-ray DVDs, or Skybox, and they would just go into the HDMI inputs and then out from there to your TV. And really that's the amplifier fully wired. So very straightforward to wire up and a very easy menu system. So here we have the Yamaha on-screen menu system. To get the menu system on the Yamahas, and it's one of the easiest to go through as well through any AV amplifier, you have a button on the remote control, which is just here, which says on screen. You just press the on screen button, puts the on screen menus up on the screen here. We're on setup here. On the remote, you've also got here on screen, then you've got enter, up, down, right and left. And that's the combination of buttons that we're going to be using just now for you. So we can scroll up or down that particular menu system. But if we go into the setup menu by just pressing the enter button in the center, we're there in speakers and we can go into a full manual setup. So as I say, as got the microphone where you've just seen, it will do a full automatic setup for you. If you want to go into the amplifier and set up the amplifier manually, you can do so, and it's very simple and straightforward to do. You can go into the levels for the speakers and it will list them all there for you. You've got front, left, right, center, surround, left, surround, right. It indicates in blue which speaker you are on, and when it's highlighted there you can adjust the level of that particular speaker. So just by pressing the right hand button we can take that level up and we can bring it down and set it to a particular level. So we'll go for plus 3 dB. You can then move over to the right speaker, same process. We'll go plus 3 dB again. We can then drop down to the center and we're just pressing the up, down, right and left on here. Center speaker, just press enter to action that and then set your center level up on there, press enter, and then same for the surround speakers for left and right. When you finish that, just press enter on the remote control and you are done for setting your levels up. On the remote as well, we've just been looking at up, down, right and left and enter. Just down here we've also got return. Press the return button, that will take us back to manual setup. And you've got various other options that we can use in there as well. So we've got things like set pattern. We've got pattern 1, which is the pattern of speakers that are on here now, where we've got 2 fronts, center, 1 sub and a pair of rears. If we go down to pattern 2, it gives us a whole different configuration using the front present speakers and rear presents and so forth. We've now got 2 subwoofers on there as well. We'll go back to pattern 1, and if we come down from there as well, we've got the power amp, so we can assign the power amp. So we're talking about before where you can put, say, a 4-channel power amplifier with this as well. If we just enter into that, at the moment it's saying 7-channel normal, which is the main setup for your main speakers. It's 7 times 140 watts as we stated initially. We can come down there and we can go 7-channel plus zone 1. And it gives us different configurations that we may want to use. We can now use 2 different zones. So we've got the main room, and you could have, say, lounge and dining room using 1 pair of speakers in each room. And as I said, there's different combinations that we can use, and you just select them while you're in that particular menu on the amplifier. So various different options you can use on there. And so depending on what speakers you're using in your main room determines what you can use in the other zones. So as I said, very straightforward amplifier to set up. It's all done through just the on-screen menu, and then you're just scrolling through the menu using the up, down, right and left buttons, and then the enter button. Very straightforward to use, and a superb menu system. So there's a brief rundown on the Yamaha RX-V3067. If you'd like more details, either give me a call, my name is Chris, on 01204 861 861, or go through to our website, which is soundinvision.co.uk. We've got branches in Bolton and in Leeds. These products are on permanent display in both our branches for a full demonstration. So either give me a call into our branch, or go through to our website. If you pay a visit to our website, you'll find there are absolutely thousands of products on there, and there are video clips, not just on amplifiers, but on TVs and speakers as well. Thank you.